This is the video re-review for Transformers Dark of the Moon Voyager Class Sentinel Prime. I was really disappointed with the first review I did this guy because it was the first time I really tried experimenting with my lighting setup in a long time and it didn't work out. So I'm not going to remove the old video, but I am going to put it to shame with this video. So, this is Sentinel Prime in its truck mode. It's very nice, rolls very well, although it is a bit small. He has a weapon mode where if you fold down these railing pieces and fold the rear part of the railing piece forward, he has guns, and then, doing that, you can activate the Mech Tech gimmick on his water gun. Push that in, turn it, and he has a big-ass cannon here and little guns to the side. And I think that's pretty nifty. Now, one thing you'll notice is that as I roll him, he kind of curves around like this. That's because it's hard to get these wheels under here to really go straight. It's so hard to border on impossible, and I don't know what can be done to modify the figure to make that not a problem. Although, it's not actually that big of a problem. Now, to transform this guy is pretty clever. First, take off the gun. You don't have to take it off, but if you want to use it in his robot mode, you'll have to take it off. Then you will pop these up, bring them around, and these will tab into the sides. Detab the feet here. And if you'll notice, he's holding on to what will become his backpack. So, detab his hands from there, and then hinge this up. Fold this in, and fold these out, the arms. Fold them up. This will tab into here, then the arms will tab into the side, and then this right here will tab into a hole right in there. And that'll basically hold that whole assembly together. Then you will split the legs, take these panels, fold them up, rotate the legs above the knee, fold out these heel spurs, fold the feet back, and then take these wheels. You kind of have to mess with this guy before you will get the trick for doing this down. But you'll fold the wheels into his armpits like that on each side. You kind of have to pull up on them and then rotate them down. And then rotate this chest piece forward or straight, then push it up. Put the arms into position, and here we have Sentinel Prime in his very neat robot mode. Although, I need to straighten the camera and lower it. And this is Sentinel Prime. He looks quite show accurate. I mean, except for how far the kibble sits back, but he looks more show accurate than his Leader class version, and he's a lot less of a pain to play with. Because you only have to deal with this kibble back here, and honestly, I like this bar here because if you're holding onto his legs, you want to move his upper body, you don't have to do this, you just pull your finger back, and that makes him kind of fun to mess with, kind of fun to pose. He does have light piping, but it's clear, so it's not as effective as if it were red or blue or yellow or something other than clear. Now his posability, for the most part, is quite nice. His head turns left and right, and his head has a real nice old Prime aesthetic. His arms go forward, back, out, rotate above the elbow, and they go 90 at the elbow. The only thing to watch out for on the arms is that they will come untabbed a little bit too easy for my taste. He has no waist articulation, but his legs go forward, back. They go out, but they're on clicky joints, and the clicks or the ratchets don't have quite the gradation I wish they had. So I'll need to find a way to loosen those just a little bit so that I can get a medium position, like right in there. Which you can kind of get, but then a little tap and it'll go away. Rotates above the knee, then 90 degrees at the knee. Then the feet can rotate forward, not back, and then you can move the heel. So he has quite a bit of articulation, not as much as he could have, but enough to get him into some nice poses. And his gun, I already showed off the Mech Tech gimmick for it, is one of the most impressive I've seen in a long time. If he had used this in a movie, there's no way he would have lost. The only problem is that because it's so big and heavy and long, it can weigh down some of the joints. Mostly the shoulder joint in here, which I'll have to find a way to tighten that. And yeah, this is Voyager Sentinel Prime, and he is really a fun toy. I like him a lot better than his leader class version. The only thing that doesn't quite work is that I wish some of the silver detailing that's down on his legs here, like just this patch right here, had gone to this collar piece around here. I think that would have really made his upper body above this chest part pop, because as it is, it does look kind of bland. It's not that he doesn't have much paint, and it's not that he really should need the paint, it's just that this red up here is really bland, or it's a real pale red, and this is real pale gray on him, so there's not much contrast. Well, there's contrast by hues, there's not much contrast by I forget what the term is. Basically, the red and the gray are the same level of brightness, so it looks very bland to see in person. And that's about the only problem with this figure, because overall he is very, very nice. He has a nice build quality, high quality plastic, and it's fun to play with. And those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching.